Hi there, Sagittarius, and welcome to Soulocity Psychic Readings. My name's Simone, and this is your April 2022 reading. Here to find out what is coming up for you in April. We'll have a look at any challenges or obstacles, but also we'll have a look at the good stuff as well, Sagittarius. So I'm going to start shuffling your cards to get your reading ready. We'll start off with your energy in April 2022. What does Sagittarius need to know, please, about April 2022? What's coming up for them? What do they need to be aware of? Clear and accurate messages for Sagittarius, please. Keeping in mind that this is not a personal reading, so it may or may not resonate with you, Sagittarius. If it doesn't, you can also have a look at your other placements to get some extra messages and guidance for yourself. Thank you to everybody who has liked my previous readings, and to everybody who has subscribed. I really, really do appreciate that. I like knowing that the messages are getting to the right people. All right, Sagittarius, what do you need to know? What do you need to know? I feel like somebody's feeling a bit stuck. Stuck. I just keep hearing stuck. They keep showing me in my head, I keep getting an image of the Eight of Swords, which is an energy of being stuck, not being able to move forward or feeling like you can't move forward, but there needs to be a change because there is good stuff waiting for you, Sagittarius, but it's just a matter of how do you get there, how do you work out which way to go next. Bit of a transition period for you coming up, I would say, but we'll wait and see what the cards have to say, will we? Definitely feel like somebody is feeling stuck, though. They want to see some movement. So a couple more shuffles and I feel like we will have your reading ready. All right. Let's have a look. What is your energy in April of 2022? You've got the Nine of Earth. You've also got the Ten of Earth. Oh, moving forward. That is awesome. You're going from the 9 to the 10. In terms of your stability, could be your money, it could be your independence, it could be just finding a way, for you to move forward. For some of you, this could be moving from being single into a long-term or committed relationship. For some of you, this could be from, doing all right in terms of finances to doing really, really, really well. It could be from, doing your normal job to getting a promotion or stepping up in your career or your work in some way. But I feel like at the moment, yes, most of you are happy, but you feel like there's a bit of a standstill. You want to move forward. You want to progress from that 9 to that 10. So you might feel like you're on a bit of a plateau at the moment, feeling like, okay, I'm so close to getting what I want. So you might be feeling a little bit frustrated because it's like you've got this feeling that you're so close, like to the finish line, so to speak, or so close to working out what you need to do to bring in that feeling of stability or security into your life, feeling like, okay, I've done it, I've got it made. So you could be experiencing a little bit of frustration because you're not quite making that transition yet, or perhaps you'll see the start of the transition in April. But definitely there will be forward movement for you. There will be progression for those of you who, you're looking for love, or you're looking for the one. You want to settle down with somebody. You might already have the one, but perhaps you want to settle down with somebody, or you want to make it official. There's definitely potential for that to happen for you in April 2022, or to start putting that in place. because I kind of feel like you've got good luck is on your side for April, and new things will be happening for you. So that's really cool. I feel like that's what you want. Get out of town. You've got the Nine of Water and the Ten of Fire. So the Nine of Water is about your wish fulfillment. It's about dreams coming true. This is like what is going to happen. So it's about dreams coming true. But the thing is, Sagittarius, try not to push too hard. You've got the Ten of Fire here as well. So when you receive what it is that you've been asking for, because I see here that you're probably going to receive it, or you're going to get super, super close. Don't then take it too far with the Ten of Fire to the point that either you're like you get what you want and then you sort of push the boundaries because you want to make it even better than what you've received or what you've been given or what somebody is able to give to you. Try not to then push it too far. If this is in regards to your work, your finances, try not to overwork yourself. So say this is about, getting a promotion, and you work really hard and you receive that promotion. And then you just sort of keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And then all of the sudden, before you know it, you're completely burnt out, overworked, and then you're no good to anyone, Sagittarius. Clarifying, we've got another Nine of Cups, the same as the Nine of Water. Then we've got the Four of Swords, indicating that you may need to take a bit of a rest there, or take a bit of a break, or needing to acknowledge that you've now taken it too far and you need to take a step back. You've got the Eight of Cups as well. On the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups. Sagittarius, you got to know when to pull it back. You got to know when to put the brakes on, because some of you, you're leading to the point you're going to give yourself a heart attack. You're going to give yourself a stroke. You need to chill out. When you get what you want, don't keep pushing as though it's not enough. Enjoy it for a moment. Enjoy what you receive. Enjoy what you are given for a moment. Because it's like, okay, say you are working towards that long-term stable commitment with a person, right? And you've been, either you've been with them or you've been trying to get to them for a while. And then they go, okay, let's do this. Wishes granted, you get the person. But then you carry on like you expect more from them and you expect more from the relationship. So perhaps, the two of you are like, yep, let's do this. We're a real thing now. We're a couple. And then you're like, okay, we're a couple, but now I expect this from you. Now I expect for you to share all your money with me, or I expect for you to do all my cooking and cleaning, or I expect for you to right away show me off and introduce me to all your family and friends. I feel like that's going to be too much for your person, and they may then decide, you know what, I can't do this, and it all falls apart, right? It may be that you get the job or you get the promotion, and then you just absolutely work yourself into the ground, which then causes you to hate that job. You become exhausted. You can't do the work. Because it's go, 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 work, 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 work. because you're not appreciating the thing that you've been given. You're not, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm here now, but I need more. So instead of just enjoying the moment and appreciating the moment, you're pushing for more. Or you get the person and you go, okay, now I need to see you all the time. I've got to see you every day. It's just not enough to see you a couple of times a week. And then your person becomes a bit claustrophobic and they're like, no, this is too much. I can't be doing this all the time. I've got to juggle my stuff, my things. And they can't give to you quite as much as perhaps you wanted them to. You may become bored and decide to move on, or they decide to move on. Like, you've got to stop and think about what you're doing after your wish is granted, because you'll get the thing, or you'll get super, super close to it. I mean, it's here. You're going from the 9 to the 10. You've got it. Your wishes are granted with that 9 of water twice, and then it all falls apart. So I do feel like you need to be, once you receive what you've been asking for, Sagittarius, it would be a really good idea to chill out a little bit and just enjoy what you've got. Enjoy what you've got. Because it's really looking like you're going to get it and it's not going to be enough. And you're going to either lose it or move away from it, because it's not going to be quite hitting the spot. It's not going to be the thing that you thought it was going to be. Like, you thought this was your dream and you thought this is the thing that would make you happy, but it may actually turn out to not be exactly what you expected, or to not be, exactly like it won't be the dream. It won't be what you thought it was going to be. And I kind of feel like that's because you were expecting it to be way more than what it was. So you keep pushing for more, which then causes it to fall apart. Not amazing. Not amazing energy. Not amazing. We never want to hear that what we thought would be our wish fulfillment turns out to not be the wish fulfillment. It could even be that you get the thing, you get the job, you get the person, and then it's you going, yeah, no, this is not at all what I expected. Your person's super annoying. Maybe you didn't get the chance to really get to know them beforehand, and then your love language is touch and to get all handsy, and their love language is acts of service, and they don't want to be touched all the time. And then you're there going, okay, this is not what I thought it was going to be. And then you're over here going, maybe I need to take a step back from this. Even though now you have them there and you're going, or they're thinking, but I thought you wanted to be with me. I sacrificed some stuff to be with you, and now you're acting like you don't even want to be around me. It's things like that. Or you get into the job and then it's not what you thought it was going to be. Perhaps the job description doesn't match the actual work that you need to do. Perhaps you don't enjoy the people that you have to work with. I feel like it's about the actual work involved. Like, there's something about the work that you don't enjoy doing. Perhaps, I don't know why I'm seeing feet. Like, perhaps you're dealing in shoes and you've got to touch people's feet. Perhaps you didn't know that you would have to go on the coffee run and you've got to do that. Perhaps you're still having to answer to somebody who you don't really enjoy, and then you've got to answer to them and you're like, but I've got no respect for this person. Why do I have to answer to them? Perhaps it requires more hours that you thought were necessary because there's something, if this is a job, there's something about it that you really don't like. And you get into it and then you go, oh my gosh, I don't like this. Could be the person as well. I thought they were my person. I thought I was really going to be in love with them, but it turns out they're completely different to what I thought they were going to be. So, I mean, let's have a look at the obstacles and then we will get into the good stuff that you can expect. I like to get the obstacles over and done with first. The 8 of Fire and the 10 of Air are coming up as your obstacles here. That is your, what, third 10? Oh, Sagittarius. There's a lot of closure or a lot of endings featuring in this reading, excuse me. So I do feel here that a lack of communication can be part of the issue. And I do feel, as I said, you know, if it's about a person, perhaps you didn't get to know them well enough before. Perhaps the two of you, you didn't really discuss your needs or your expectations before heading into this relationship, and probably do everything too hastily. It's like you spend a bit of time together and you're like, this is the one, I want to be with this person. You don't really get to know them. The two of you get together and you're like, oh no, we're not getting along at all, or this person's irritating, or we're not communicating enough. But I feel like the haste at which you enter into what you think is your wish fulfillment is going to be the undoing. That would be the obstacle here. Let's get some clarity. Got the Devil, who we don't always enjoy seeing, particularly when we're talking about obstacles here. You've got the Devil, the 6 of Cups, and the 4 of Pentacles. So yeah, it's like, I feel like something's done with too much haste because you feel like it's the right thing for you, but it turns out to be the opposite of what you wanted. And then you're thinking about what you could have had, Sagittarius. You're thinking about, you know what, if I had just done things a little bit different, if I had just hung back a little bit. If this is a person that you're getting involved with, I feel like the connection is toxicity with the Devil here. It's like, you know, initially you were obsessing over this person and then you realize that they are not for you and you could have had it so much better with somebody else. Or like I said, like your love languages don't match up and you realize that you got into this way too hastily just because they looked good. There was that physical attraction there, you know, maybe the sex was really good and then you were like, yeah, I need to have this person with me all the time, every minute of the day. And then you realize that that was a big mistake and you're regretting the decision to try and hang on to this person. But it goes the same for any other situation. You thought it was going to be amazing, but you didn't, you know, find out all of the information first, and then you jump into it and then realize that what you originally had or where you were at before you jumped into this thing turns out to not be the right thing. Like you're acting too hastily, acting without putting thought into things. And then you get the realization that, oh no, I've got to walk away from this. This is much harder than I thought. I prefer my freedom and my independence. I thought this was going to be everything that I wanted it to be. But no, I've got to let it go. It doesn't feel right. This is toxic. This is, I'm feeling a bit trapped here. I've got to walk away. I've made the wrong decision. And that's what happens, Sagittarius, when we're feeling like we're stuck, feeling frustrated because we're not having any movement or change and things are sitting at a standstill for too long. But you're on that search for stability. So when something presents itself to you, when that opportunity is presented or that person turns up or is already there and you're looking at them going, this person looks like, or, I could have a good life with this person, but you've only known them for 5 minutes, in the grand scheme of things. You haven't really known them all that long, and you haven't really researched and looked into what the job entails, because you're looking for that security so badly that you're just rushing in. 8 of fire, fast movement, because you're feeling like you're getting nowhere at the moment. So please, 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 Sagittarius, do not rush into anything in April, because I really feel like, while you might think that's the thing that you want, or you might think that that's the thing that's right for you, I feel like you're rushing in and making the wrong decision because you're on that search for stability or security or long-term, or I don't even think this is about like wanting to be loved. I think this is just you're looking for security. You may rush in, move in with somebody that you think it's going to be a long-term relationship, and you move in with them, you guys get a home together, and then, it doesn't work out, and then you find that you've got to move on from there and find somewhere else to live, Please, 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 your biggest obstacle in April is rushing into something that turns out to be toxic, or bringing up a lot of insecurity, or having you feel like you want to go back to the way things were, or you've made the wrong decision and you're regretting what you've done. So please do not rush into anything. Think it through. If it's a person, make sure you get to know them. Make sure you get to know their little habits. Figure out how they love. Figure out how they live before you rush into that, because I'm pretty sure you'll find it's not the thing for you. If you do rush in. Biggest obstacle, rushing in, not thinking through the entire situation. What is the good in April? What good can come out of it? What can you look forward to? You've got the wheel, another 10. Oh my goodness, Sagittarius. You need to be making all the changes. If you stop and think things through and let things happen at the right time, Sagittarius, you're going to see success. April is not the month for you to be making any big decisions or starting anything new. Yes, it will be the time for you to be walking away from things and closing things, getting your closure, letting go of people that are no good for you. If you feel like you need to leave your job, absolutely. April's a good time to get the ball rolling and start setting things in motion, but don't make any big decisions or choices in April. It is not the time. Unless you've really thought it through, gathered up all your information. You do have luck on your side in April. I feel like it's a lucky month for you. It's a lucky month for you to let go of things, if that makes sense. You've got all the 10s. Let go of things. Drop the baggage. If you've got sort of any sort of attachments that don't feel good, or that feel like any negative attachments, any toxic attachments, which also includes addictions as well, of any sort. If you've got that going on in your life, and I'm telling you, this whole reading indicates that you do, it is time to let go of those things. so that you can move into the new cycle, the new phase, make the progress that you've been craving, make the progress that you know you need, but you're just not able to do it because you've got a lot of attachments. Like, I feel like there are people still hanging on to you, very toxic people still hanging on to you, people that don't make you feel good. You've got like issues and events that you haven't received closure on. So it might even be like as simple as a bank account that you were meant to close up, but you didn't close it, and now you're getting all these bank fees. I have no idea who that's for, but they've just shown me a bank statement with bank fees on it because you didn't close the account. You're still receiving these bank fees. Just go and close the account and start a new one, or stick with the new one. Little things like that. I feel like there's a trail of little things that need to be closed up. And until you sort out all those little things and get rid of all those people and process all the feelings, you're not going to be able to move into the new and start seeing the successful and victorious outcomes. Let's get some clarity. Oh, Sagittarius, this has got me feeling exhausted. Are you exhausted? Because this is a lot. You know, a lot of you need to just be really careful that you're not wearing yourself out and getting sick. Okay, because I've got this feeling of I'm completely exhausted. I just need a rest. I mean, it's right here and here. I just need a rest or a break, or I need some sleep, and I need to get away from all this stuff. Like, not a good idea to run. I am going to say that. It is not a good idea to run because Sagittarius, I'm sure you know by now, it doesn't matter how fast or how far you run. If you don't get closure, if you don't finalize the things, they're just going to follow you and infiltrate the next chapter. So do not run, Sagittarius. Do not run, but also do not try to lock anything in April. So over the next few weeks, don't run, don't lock anything in. Stay where you are and sort everything out. Otherwise, it's just going to follow you into the next thing. And that could be why, you know, if you're trying to get involved with a person here, that could be why it doesn't work out. You might have just so much going on that it becomes too much and you realize you can't, you know, take on another person, or that you've got so much going on that your person is going, you know what, you're too erratic. I can't do this with you. It's just too much. Just sort your shit out. Right? Right. So, feeling a little stressed here, Sagittarius. I'm sorry. I don't know how you're feeling, but I'm feeling a little stressed out. Like, the pressure is building up, right? So in the good stuff here, you do have the Wheel and the Six of Fire clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Nine of Pentacles. So the message here is that if you do not rush into anything, what we talked about over here, if you don't make these sudden decisions, if you're not chasing stability and security without finalizing your stuff, you can have the good stuff. It'll take a little while. You've got the Wheel, Six of Fire clarified by the Ten of Cups, Hanged Man, and the Nine of Pentacles, which is the Nine of Earth. We've sort of come full circle here. You can have the good stuff. I feel as though you just need to give it time. Give it time and you will have that happiness. Do not rush into anything, Sagittarius. Put the finishing touches, cap off the people. Bottom of the deck, you've got the Queen of Swords. So yes, there's anxiety all over the place over here, but also you get to choose what happens next. You get to choose the way things go next. Mostly because you know what needs to be cut off, and if you do that, you get to have the progress. You've got a lot of stuff that's holding you back and tying you down at the moment. Cut it all out in April. Cut it all out. Get rid of it. Let it go. Move away from it. Do not run though. Let me just say that. Do not run. I mean, I already said it, but don't run away from the issues and the problems. Finish it. Sort it out. Get it done. Have the conversations that you need to have. Tie up any loose ends so that you can move into the thing that it's going to feel good. It's going to have you looking at life with fresh eyes. It's going to bring in that emotional fulfillment and having you feeling like, you know what, life is actually looking really good. I'm not feeling trapped. I'm not feeling stuck. I'm not feeling like people are chasing me. It'll give you time to just chill out and focus on working towards what it is that you do want. You will feel this sense of freedom or independence or just happiness, feeling content, feeling at peace. The Nine of Pentacles is a very peaceful card. She's very happy and she has a bird. I mean, she's very happy with her bird and she's got all her pentacles around her. She's feeling very secure and stable and peaceful and calm and like she's amazing. Male or female, it doesn't matter. You will get yourself to the point of that, of feeling amazing, of being happy, of being able to take a minute to take your time, right? Take your time. I feel like that's the biggest message that's coming through. Sagittarius, take your time. April is not the time for you to be making big decisions and locking yourself into anything. Most definitely don't sign any contracts or agreements. Not a good time for that, because I feel like it'll just all fall apart. And you'll be inviting in a whole world of toxicity or just negativity that you don't need on top of what is already following you, right? So I feel like if you just hang on, don't lock yourself into anything in April, take your time, think things through, you will receive that emotional fulfillment. This stability will eventually be yours. You just need to tie up those loose ends, Sagittarius. And as I said, please take your time with things. There's actually no reason for you to rush anything right now. Take your time. Think. You are a little bit prone to jumping into things, and I feel like this is the time where you're being asked to please slow down and wait for the universe to sort of guide you and to help you make that next move, right? I do need to mention who we've got here. We've got Virgo showing up a fair few times here. We've got Pisces, Virgo, Pisces, Capricorn, Sagittarius, you're here, as is Cancer and Scorpio. Have I missed anyone? No, I don't think so. So what did I say? You're here. I mean, it is your reading. But you could be dealing with another Sagittarius. But we've also got Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Okay, we've got a little bit of Libra as well showing up. But anyway, let's have a look. Let's get some advice for you. Advice for Sagittarius for April, please. Advice for Sagittarius for April. Don't let pride get in your way. That's where I was talking about, you know, really sort of rushing into that stability, security, long-term stuff because you feel like that's what you need to be happy. And maybe you feel as though you need that to show people how well you're doing in your life. This is saying don't do that. Don't do that. Surrender to the divine. So don't rush. And I think I just said that. Don't rush. Give it up to the universe or to your guides and let them show you the way. Okay? Don't rush anything. Try to follow your intuition if you can, Sagittarius. Otherwise, just stop and think before you take any action or before you lock yourself into anything. And it's just, I just said stop and think. You got meditate and contemplate. So definitely about thinking things through before you make any big decisions. I just dropped my cards. Any further advice using the wisdom of the oracle here and now. So focus on what is right in front of you right now, Sagittarius. Yes, there is the past that you need to be getting some closure on, or as I said, tying up loose ends. And I feel like it needs to be done now, as in April. You need to be letting go of those things and tying up those loose ends, right? And focus on now. Try not to lock anything in that is going to like disrupt your future, right? To be fair, so, you know, keeping things in balance, Sagittarius. Again, not rushing into any big decisions, not rushing into anything new because it won't be balanced. It won't be balanced, okay? And you've also got time to go. So, yeah, again, it's coming back to moving away from anything that isn't suited to you, moving away from anything that might feel negative, tying up those loose ends, closing up cycles. But it is definitely time to move forward, time to move on. And it's very hard to be able to move on if you're still bringing the past issues, the past baggage, the past negativity with you. So it might be time to go, but as I said, do not run away from these things, okay? Because that will be your undoing. Don't run away, sort it out, because those things will otherwise just follow you into your Nine of Pentacles moment, okay? You don't want that to happen. So, Sagittarius, that's your reading. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, I do appreciate every single one of you who take the time to watch. Please do give the video a like if you found it helpful. But I will definitely be back again to see how you went with all this. We will chat soon. Bye for now, Sagittarius.